Hi, I'm Muff.
I'm Tough, and this is Muff and Tough Talking Stuff.
Our first episode is going to be our story, how we met, tell you a little bit about us, and hope that you like our story and that you're interested in. Will subscribe and follow us.
And like, and I know y'all gonna like the story.
I'm Muff, like I said. I am 47, a Leo, a mother of 6. All of my children are adults, except for my baby, who will be 18 on Valentine's Day.
The spoiled one.
I'm a grandmother of 2 and 1 on the way. I graduated from high school. I was born and raised in Uniontown, PA. And then I and then I lived in Pittsburgh. And I traveled back to Uniontown and Pittsburgh, so between the two. Unfortunately, I've been married and divorced 2 times. But I'm still cool with my second husband. And we're still together, just not married.
You had to say that?
Yes, I did. And you?
I'm Tough, 47 years old. There's a lot about me. I'm a mystery, but y'all gonna learn about me. It ain't too much to explain right now.
And he's an Aries.
And I'm an Aries. I'm an asshole.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm an asshole, but I'm a good guy. I got a big heart.
So, we met in Peabody.
High school.
In our 10th grade year, because I didn't go to Peabody in the 9th. I went to Oliver.
Yep.
Now, I don't really remember meeting him. I just knew he was my best friend in high school. According to him, he said that I was ignorant.
Listen, the first day I saw you, he was like, who the fuck is this nigga looking at me?
I don't like to be stared at.
The first day that I saw you was in English class in 10th grade. And I look back like, who that fine ass girl over there? And I didn't even say it out loud. I was just thinking this shit, right? And you look like, who the fuck is this little nigga?
He was short in high school. Let's
I was definitely short in high school.
He was 4 foot something.
No, I was like 5 foot.
There's no way. I could put my arm on the top of your head, and I'm short.
Anybody that knew me in high school, we got a debate going on. Was I 4 foot or was I 5 foot? I think I was 5 foot.
Not 5 foot.
I'll bet on that.
Anyway, we became best friends. He was the person I could go to, talk to about any and everything. I hugged him every time I seen him, kissed him on his cheek. I mean, I didn't look at him as trying to be my dude. He was my best friend. Like, I ain't have too many of those. Not people I could trust.
Shit, meanwhile, I'm like, damn. I just need to figure out a way to get in. If I could just figure out a way to get to her, she's gonna be mine. I know how to lie and still too good not to make a girl mine.
So after high school,
wait a minute. You gotta go back. You gotta go back.
Back to what?
You gotta go back to when I saw you at the store.
We're not at the store yet.
Oh, okay.
So after high school, I was talking to him on the phone. Some young lady, I'm not sure who she was, kept telling him to tell me.
A friend.
They kept telling him to tell me, and I'm like, tell me what? I was scared of what was going to come out. But she told me, he didn't tell me, she told me that he had a crush on me. What shocked the hell out of me. Because I'm like, when, where, how? Especially everything he knew about me. All my secrets.
I still be holding it over her head to this day.
Still to this day. But I asked a simple question. Is it worth us messing up our friendship for? That's a question he never did answer.
That's a good fucking question.
So I seen him at the store months later. And he informed me that he had a girlfriend and they lived up the street from the store. Which gave me an instant attitude because I just didn't understand how could he say he had a crush on me, but I already had a girlfriend, so
If she,
couldn't have been too big of a crush.
listen, you ain't want me. I had to go where I was celebrated, not tolerated.
I never said I didn't. I asked a simple question. So, years later.
Years, like we talking about 20 years later.
My girl telling me about Facebook, and I'm like, well, what's that?
Well, first of all, we had lost contact and connection for about 20 years. I didn't hear from her again until Facebook came about. I got a message from her sister. Don't do that. Should I not do that?
I mean, she's not my biological sister. She is a friend.
No,
that was like a sister. We were together every day. So we may not be blood sisters, but sisters nonetheless. She was telling me that, oh, you can find people from high school. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about them people from high school, just to be honest. I said, but there is one I've been looking for a while. And she said, who? And I told her. She said, oh, yeah, he's on there. I was like, oh, for real? So I told her to send him a message and let him know that I'm trying to find him and for him to call me. And she said that he said he would. And then she hooked me up with a Facebook. She gave me all the information for it. I got on my Facebook and I instantly sent him a message myself. Still haven't heard from me.
Shit, when I got that motherfucking message, I was like, oh my God.
I mean, he called me. I was in the shower and I seen a missed call. Well, I didn't know the number, so I knew it was him. He did leave a message. I listened to the message and laughed. And I called him. And yet again, third time, he done dropped another bomb on me. He informs me that it wasn't a crush. And I kept asking him, well, what it was. And he decided he wasn't going to tell me. He cussed me out and he hung up on me.
Now, let me take it from there. She dropped the bomb on me. She dropped the bomb on me that she is married already. Unhappily married. Okay, that's fine. And, like, why would you want to know any information from me when you already got a situation over here?
But my situation over there, I was married, like he said. It wasn't a happy marriage. The man was in jail. He didn't know how to keep it in his pants, so I was already had 1 foot out the door, and he knew that when he went into jail. So that's why it was easy for me to ask.
But it was just an awkward situation. You married. I didn't really want to be getting into that situation with a married woman.
At that point, we wasn't even getting into a situation. I mean, I asked you if it wasn't a crush, what was it? So after he cussed me out and hung up on me and told me never to call him the fuck again, I called my sister and told her why I smoked my blunt and talked to my sister about it. He decided to call me back. And he told me that he was in love with me and it wasn't a crush. So, long story short, he came over. We talked. I mean, we stayed on the phone before he finally came to visit.
We stayed on the phone 24 hours. Like, what, 3 or 4 days?
It was a couple of days. And my kids was young then, so it was easy to talk to him during the day while they was in school. But, you know, still had to be mom. And he came to my house and we kicked it for a while.
Kicked it?
We kicked it for a while, like I said. And he finally, I mean, he would stay the night. He would come over on his days off or the weekends. Until finally he just moved in with me.
She forced me to move in. At gunpoint.
I didn't force my motherfucking day. That's a bold-faced ass lie. So we hooked up, 2009?
Yeah.
We were married. Well, I was divorced in 2011.
Let's put that in there. I ain't just marry her right out. I ain't know what they call it, polygamous.
And then we got married on my mom's birthday in 2013. And we divorced July
2022. Yeah.
2022. But we never really stopped messing with each other. I mean, the longest we went without messing with one another was, what, 3 months?
The longest we went without talking to one another was about 2 or 3 months.
Yes. And, I mean, like I said, we're still together, just not married. I think it worked out because the little break that we took did help us see things clearer.
Mm-hmm.
And it helped us, you know, get us together. Two broken people can't be together.
Yep.
But when we went to, right after we got married, we went to our reunion, and people really thought we was together since high school.
Oh, yeah, they thought we was together since high school.
That was not the case. We was just best friends.
Since high school, yeah.
And, I mean, I'm sorry we lost touch because there was plenty times that I could have used my best friend in my life. A lot of things that I went through. But that's for another episode.
So, you know, going through the divorce and then getting back together, it's like a growing experience. It's like we're learning to be great friends, we're learning to be great lovers, and we're learning boundaries and to respect each other and how to unconditionally love each other despite each other's flaws. Because, you know, I could be a fucked up person and she could be Helen Wells.
I sure the hell can. I'm a Leo. I'm a leader by nature.
So a Leo and an Aries, 2 fire signs. She the oldest out of her siblings. I'm the oldest out of my siblings. We both leaders. We both independent spirits and independent thinkers. What the fuck you think that's gonna breed?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a person that you could just say, hey, go left. Because I'm going to ask you, for what? You got to explain things to me. I'm not jumping.
She is not submissive in nature.
Not at all. I've always been a leader. I can't be a follower.
She like a nigga.
I've been a tomboy my whole life.
Respectfully. She like a nigga. She is not with, like, me and her class, like, we, like, 2 niggas.
That's his favorite line to say. You know how many times I done heard him tell me that we're in a lesbian relationship? Like, that's not cool. I mean, I'm a tomboy. I grew up with a lot of male cousins, and it was just me and my cousin. So, yeah, I'm just like Russell, and I like to do guy stuff. Like, I don't know how to be no prissy ass girl with the little dresses and the skirts. Man, I ain't got time.
How you gonna be a sensitive thug? You can't be a thug and be sensitive.
Man, I got feelings. The fuck? I got feelings. I don't care how you look at it. I got feelings.
So you're a sensitive thug?
I mean, certain things. I mean, over the years, after everything I've been through, I always had tough skin.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been emotional. My mom used to say that all the time. I would cry when I was younger when someone told me to shut up. Because I felt like they didn't love me because they told me to shut up.
Right.
But growing up and going through the stuff I went through, I had ice around my heart. Mm-hmm. But with my babies, can't have ice around them. I mean, they softened me.
Yeah.
I mean, I still would bust a grape for their asses.
Right.
But I had to learn how to be more sensitive. You can't be hard with kids. You just can't.
I think you made me soft in a little way.
Yeah. I mean, when it came to my kids, like, I was very protective of them. I just kept them close to me. I didn't allow them to go to other people, like their friends' house, to spend the night. That was not okay with me. So, they were sheltered a lot. Mm-hmm. And they they didn't know what the real world was. I've lived it, been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what that world has out there.
Right.
So I try to shield them from that. And I think that might have been not the best thing because I didn't really get to prepare them for the outside world. But they're all doing good now.
Yeah, absolutely. So we going to have a lot more topics for y'all. We're going to have a lot more shit. And we want y'all to get to know us. And we're going to get to know y'all. We're going to just be cutting up. We're just going to be ourselves. That's all we can be.
Yes, and our topics, they're going to be, we're going to have some topics that may hit a nerve with some people. That's not what we're trying to do. We don't want to have a podcast that is ghetto and ratchet, but we want to be able to take the knowledge that we learned through our life, and if it can help somebody else, why not?
Exactly.
That's all we're looking to do.
This is a lifestyle podcast. We're going to, like she said, we're going to teach what we know. Not only just teach, but talk about what we know from a black man perspective and from a black woman's perspective. So.
Yes. So I hope you enjoyed our first episode and that you could continue to follow us, like,
subscribe, comment, and share. Y'all better share. I'm gonna be hunting y'all down if y'all don't share.
And we want y'all to interact with us. Leave
Please,
comments.
leave comments.
We will really respond to them.
That's
like, if there's something that you think we could talk about, that you want to hear us talk about, let us know.
Absolutely.
All right. Again, this is Muff and Tough.
Talking stuff.